Hi, anyone who's watching this. This is my first speed build video, well, first video on this channel at all. And basically I'm doing this to keep track of my progression with building and The Sims and be able to possibly document some of my gameplay. I've played many of the Sims games available for the PC pretty much since the beginning, like the original Sims to Sims 4, but I recently got more into building and more realistic, in-depth gameplay. Like I'll use mods for more realistic gameplay, and I'll download a bunch of Create a Sim mods from makeup and hair to all of my clothes and shoes, but I rarely use modded content in build mode because I do play on a Mac and I don't really want to make my computer explode. Anyways, I own every expansion pack and almost every game pack. The only two I'm missing are Parenthood and Vampires, but I'm planning on getting Parenthood soon anyways because it looks so cute and I can't wait to play with it. And I'm never getting Vampires. I don't plan on getting it. I'm not bashing the game at all. I'm sure it's a good game pack, but like I said, I prefer more realistic gameplay, and Vampires just wouldn't fit it for my style. I'm not, like I said, not shaming the pack, but I know some people who agree with me on that. Basically, you'll see that I'm not the best builder, but this is to work on my progression and to post about that. So I like to do a lot of like the brick and the white paneling and white columns because I like more of a suburban kind of a build. That's usually what I go for recently. I'm gonna try and span out and do more like modern builds and stuff like that. Like I've tried doing like retail buildings and other stuff like that. And I post them on the gallery and they do decently, like I get some downloads, but it's nothing crazy. But I am better at building like more active like community lots instead of residential, so that's what I'm working on. As you can see with the columns, I'm just using the 9 and the 0 key to move them up and down so that they can stack on top of each other. You can do this with most objects. You can't necessarily move it down with 0 though. I don't know when they're gonna fix that, but also I'm not very good at landscaping. I've tried to watch some other like sim YouTubers figure out how to do like better landscaping and stuff, and I think I'm getting better. Like you can see that I'm adding dirt underneath plants so it's more realistic. I really like to use the terrain tool when working with trees. I don't know why, it makes no sense. I guess like roots and stuff will like build it up, but that's fine. And then I put like dirt and stuff on there, and then once you get to like the backyard, it's really just a mess. I don't really have like the stuff packs for that. Like I have quite a few stuff packs, but I've never gotten outdoor like the patio one or whatever, and I've never gotten any like children ones. I'm probably gonna get them soon. I really need to get onto that, but I don't have anything that would really go into a backyard. Like I think I had like a barbecue and then maybe like an area to sit, and that's it. I put some like bushes and stuff so it doesn't look so empty, and then I put a random cooler in there. Why? I don't know. I thought maybe like they wouldn't have to go as far to get the food, but I'm pretty sure when you use the barbecue they just automatically do the food. Whatever. So basically moving inside of the house, I do my floor plan first. Usually I do an extremely open floor plan, especially if it's just one level. But since I'm trying to expand my horizon and do less of an open floor plan, so you see that I try and put a half wall for the dining space, but then I end up covering it back up, and then I completely block off the sunroom at one point, and then I put these arches in so that it still keeps the room open and they don't have to open the doors all the time. They can just walk through everything. And I just think it's really, really convenient to put them in multiple places. I get that that's an awkward place to put a bathroom, but I felt like having 2 bathrooms would be a better idea than just doing the one. Basically, now we're moving on to the kitchen. My whole thing just glitched and I just realized that. Oh well. We're moving on to the kitchen. This is my favorite part. This is honestly the only thing that I'm decent at, is doing the kitchen stuff. I really like to use an excessive amount of counters, and I know I'm putting them over the windows, but honestly you can barely tell from the outside and it makes it look so cool, and I just love putting so many counters in one area, like above and everything. Kitchens are honestly probably the best that I do. It doesn't look like it, but oh well. I like to add curtains in most places, but I just recently started to do that because I honestly forgot curtains were in there. Like I know for most of like the build mode you can select like the room you want to work on, and then it's in pretty much every room. You just click the curtain option, but I always just miss it for some reason. I don't know why. basically, I took the sink inside like the island counter of the middle idea from Lil Simsy's YouTube channel because she does that quite a lot and I really really like it. Also, this wood that I'm using is the one from the cats and dogs pack. I'm actually obsessed with the wood. I use it in every single build and I need to make sure that I stop doing that because I don't like to expand very much. I really like the green color that I'm using for the dining room. It's kind of a small dining room, but then again, this is only a 2-bedroom house. So what are you gonna do with it? I like to put lots of counter space in like any place that I can, you can tell. I added that little area in with like the pears and stuff without putting it on the recording, but I just thought I'd point it out anyways. For the living room, I know I did a lot of black and it doesn't really match with the blue, but I try and put in like a blue carpet and like blue lamps to kind of tie it all together. But it still ends up looking a little wonky, probably not my best. Also, I use the butterfly painting way too often, but I think that's because they don't put very good paintings in the build mode. I know that's probably offending, but like, I really think they suck, in my opinion. Also, always put umbrellas in your houses if you have seasons, because your Sims are just gonna complain about the umbrellas all the freaking time for no reason. Basically, I once again stopped recording for a second and did the entire like middle hallway area where the stairs are leading to everything. So I'll show that at the end, but I didn't mean to not record it. This is going to be the master bathroom and it has 2 doors from each of the bedrooms. So I get that it makes sense to have 2 bathrooms and only one of them has a shower. But that's why I put the second door onto the master bathroom even though it's supposed to only be for the master bedroom. Also, I really like to use the laundry day pack stuff in almost every build that I do for like houses and stuff. It just makes gameplay more realistic. Plus, as people who play the game as a whole, the fact that they all voted on that pack, it's like the only one that we all voted on, is actually really, really interesting, and I just love every single thing in it. Bedrooms are probably my worst out of every single room to build. I never know what to put, and I always end up using the same beds because I like to just do all white bedrooms because honestly, those are the main things that match. Like you'll see on this room later on, I try and match this bed to like the wood color doesn't match anything. I've seen other people post about how it doesn't match, but like it really doesn't match anything. And I tried my hardest, but then you see this desk that I put in does not match whatsoever to anything, and don't understand why I didn't fix it or